Hey, what's happening? This is Carrie. I've been checking out news on coronavirus. It's hard to be a Chinese these days. Now, I'm made in China products, 100% natural and authentic, and I paid my import duties. But now, I couldn't even find a place to hide. But luckily, I bought an Emirates flight ticket. I'm getting out of here, man. I'm going on exile. They better put me on the first class cabin when I tell them I don't feel really well. Because if they don't, I'll be coughing to their faces. I'm for real. But it's sad now, because what's being reported on the news is very biased. Chinese are contaminating, Chinese are savage, people are fighting over those masks. It's sad because 1.4 billion population living in China. You can't even find a good piece of news to report. You must have some really bad days. The other your girlfriends want to break up with you at the same time. So what I wanted to do, I'm actually in Barcelona. It's an amazing place. I wanted to get on the street. I wanted to interview random people over racism of China and how they think of coronavirus. Before we get to that, there's just a few things I want to mention. The current death rate for coronavirus is at 2.2%. A death rate for SARS is at 9.4%. Ebola is at 40%, which is really high. So the death rate for coronavirus is not that bad. I mean, it's bad, don't get me wrong, but it's not that bad, right? People unfortunately pass away from it, was actually diagnosed with other top diseases at the same time. And secondly, discriminating against Chinese is not going to get you anywhere. Maybe that Chinese is afraid of going to the Chinese restaurant and he decided to go to McDonald's. Next thing you know, shit happens, we use the same auto machine. What can we do to prevent it? At this stage, just chill and relax and believe that people are fighting for us on the front line. To give you an example, a new hospital on 25,000 square meters has been built and delivered to serve 1,000 patients within 10 days. People are working really hard. People are sacrificing their lives. There's so many incredible stories out there. If there's anything we can do, you just probably a nod in the head and understanding. No more, no less. Or maybe a go China. Go Wuhan, that's it. I'm not seeking for condolences. I'm not seeking for any contributions. Doesn't mean I'm rich. I ain't gonna reach that, unfortunately. I just want you to have an understanding of the Chinese traveling and studying in your country, both sides of the story. Without any further ado, let's get on the street and let's go get them. Yeah, I'm on the street now, so I'm a little nervous actually. I've never done this before. I don't know if they're gonna reject me or take my questions or beat me up. I don't know. But they don't step on my, don't you step on my shoes, man. I got a Louis Vuitton shoes. I'm for real. Have you heard about coronaviruses?
Yes, we heard.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
How do you think about it?
I think it's not as serious as some people are making it out to be, because I think only like 2% of the cases have resulted in fatalities.
The media was saying that it's really dangerous. Of course, it make panic.
And I think unfortunately, like a lot of the panic around it is bringing out like a lot of xenophobia and racism.
Yeah, I have the impression the news are kind of hiding the truth in a way. Like, we just hear, oh, there's new cases every day, but we don't know much about what confirms or how we can prevent.
We don't really know what's going on, and so we are making up stories and everything. So
it's a disease and it can be here or in China, wherever you go. So it's not the problem from China. I think we don't have to discriminate anyone, yeah.
I think we need to remember that and how it's like being portrayed against like Chinese people especially.
It's a bit blurry. We may have a tendency to associate every Chinese person as a potential carrier of the virus.
Which is definitely super stupid. Like, I mean, it's not because you're Chinese that you have more chances to get it, or it's like it's stupid. Like, I mean, it's super stupid. I'm just gonna say it third time, just in case you haven't heard it.
Is there anything you want to say to the Chinese people?
Well, we are with you, Barcelona, Spain.
Try and keep your head up, really. Like, obviously it's a tough time, it's sort of like a bit like the Ebola virus when that happens. But this seems like a little bit worse. So yeah, you got to try and they've all got to try and come together and sort of try and all help each other out as much as you can, really.
Be calm. There's many viruses in the whole world, and we will manage. People will manage in Africa, in South America, in Europe also. So we keep fighting, and cross fingers that everything will be alright.
I hope it won't stop people from coming visiting us and that the tourists will start again.
Okay.
So many planes have been cancelled and stuff.
We like you guys. Keep coming to us.
Oh, we like you guys too. Thank you so much for doing this.
Be brave. Be brave. Courage, courage à vous. Courage la Chine.
Courage la Chine.
Courage.
Muchos ánimos, China.
Vosotros podéis.
Han, nie poddawajcie się i powodzenia. Wszystkiego dobrego życzę.
Come on, Wuhan.
Yayo, China.